The discovery of oil reserves in the 1960s transformed Oman from one of the poorest countries in the world into a modern and prosperous nation. Revenue from the oil sector, which averages around 1 million barrels per day, has successfully built a strong and stable economy. Even Oman's currency, the Omani rial, is the third most valuable currency in the world, with one Omani rial equivalent to more than 2.5 US dollars. With an area of approximately 309,501 square kilometers and a population of 5.3 million, Oman is one of the wealthiest Muslim countries in the world, thanks to income from the energy sector, primarily oil and gas. Before the discovery of oil, the country's economy relied almost entirely on the fishing and agriculture sectors. Interestingly, geographically, Oman is not an ideal region for agriculture. Around 82% of Oman's territory is desert, with a dry subtropical climate, extremely hot summers, and very low rainfall throughout the year. Oman also lacks permanent rivers or lakes as water sources and is one of the driest countries in the world. Although Oman does not have permanent rivers or lakes, it does have many wadis, river valleys that only flow with water during the rainy season, and underground aquifers that serve as important water sources for domestic and agricultural needs. Interestingly, the country's agricultural sector is not export-oriented, but focused on achieving food self-sufficiency. Omani farmers traditionally cultivate various crops to meet the needs of themselves and their families. As one of the driest countries in the world, water is a major challenge for Omani farmers. Since ancient times, the people of Oman have built traditional irrigation systems called falaj or aflaj to meet their water needs. This system was constructed using traditional materials such as stone, clay, and bamboo. The falaj channels water from underground sources or rainwater trapped in the dry valleys of the highlands, known as wadis. This system uses the topography and gravity to transport water to settlements or farmland without the need for pumps or other energy sources. Interestingly, the water in the falaj never runs dry, even when there is no rain. No one knows exactly when this system was first built or who invented it. However, it is estimated that this irrigation system has existed for around 5,000 years. In Oman, there are approximately 3,000 falaj systems, 5 of which were recognized by UNESCO as World Heritage Sites in 2006. One of the largest falaj in Oman is Falaj Dawis, which is still in use today. With the increasing population and economic growth in Oman, the clean water crisis has intensified. Additionally, global climate change, which has led to rising temperatures in some regions, has accelerated water evaporation from open sources, further worsening the water crisis in the country. To address the water shortage problem, since the 1970s, Oman has relied on desalination technology to convert seawater into fresh water. This desalination process is typically carried out using the reverse osmosis method, where seawater is pumped through a semi-permeable membrane using high pressure to separate salt and minerals from the water. Before entering the reverse osmosis unit, the saline water is first filtered to remove large particles, dirt, and sediment. Then, the saline water is pumped into the reverse osmosis system at a pressure of around 55-70 bar, allowing water molecules to pass through the membrane while salt and other dissolved substances are retained. This process produces fresh water that is collected on one side of the membrane, while concentrated brine remains on the other side. The fresh water produced is highly pure, but usually requires final processes such as pH balancing or the addition of minerals to make it ready for consumption. Currently, Oman has at least 9 large desalination plants that supply around 86% of the country's drinking water needs. In addition to relying on desalination plants, Oman has also built several dams to address the growing shortage of clean water. One of the largest dams built in Oman is the Wadi Daika Dam, located in Kuriyat, about 75 kilometers from Muscat. Construction of this dam began in 2005, and it was opened to the public in 2012. In addition to flood control, Wadi Deka also serves to collect rainwater and regulate water flow to nearby villages. Standing 75 meters high and with a storage capacity of up to 100 million cubic meters, Wadi Deka is not only the largest dam in Oman, but also one of the largest in the Arabian Peninsula. Each year, this dam can supply around 35 million cubic meters of drinking water to the Muscat and Kuriyat areas. Oman also obtains clean water by treating wastewater produced by its oil processing facilities. As a significant oil producer, Oman has numerous oil fields, one of which is the Nimr oil field in the southern desert of Oman. This oil field can produce up to 120,000 barrels of oil per day. However, to produce that much oil, a substantial amount of water is needed, around 240,000 cubic meters per day. The water used in this process then turns into a large volume of wastewater. For every barrel of oil produced, approximately 10 barrels of wastewater contaminated with hydrocarbons are generated. To prevent this wastewater from polluting the environment, it is usually disposed of by pumping it deep underground at depths of up to 1,500 meters, a method known as deep well disposal. However, this process requires a significant amount of energy. Due to its energy-intensive nature, the Omani government launched the Nimr water treatment plant project to treat this wastewater in a more environmentally friendly way. This project uses constructed wetlands to clean the wastewater. In this system, the wastewater is directed to wetlands planted with vegetation like reeds. The roots of these plants host bacteria that can break down and remove harmful substances such as hydrocarbons from the wastewater. After passing through several wetlands, the water becomes clean and safe for reuse. The Nimr water treatment plant began operations in 2010 and is recognized as the largest industrial wetland system in the world. The area of this artificial wetland is equivalent to 640 football fields combined. In addition to being reused in oil production, the treated wastewater from the wetlands is also used to irrigate local crops. Additionally, plant residues from the wetlands are utilized to produce environmentally friendly fuel, or biofuel. Following the success of the Nimr water treatment plant, in 2022, the Omani government built another similar wastewater treatment facility named the Rima Water Treatment Plant. This 25-kilometer facility employs gravity-based oil water separation and natural biological treatment processes. The new facility can process up to 65,000 cubic meters of water per day. In addition to reducing greenhouse gas emissions, these wastewater treatment plants also create a better environment in the desert, making it a more comfortable habitat for various types of animals.